Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this Porsche 911 Turbo S. This is a 2011. It's the 997.2. The 997.2 has the DFI engine, which is the direct fuel injection. And if you want something old school, but with the benefits of that later direct fuel injection engines, which are a bit more reliable, then this is where you come to. I love the carbon fiber being used here around the air filter. The Turbo S, for the first time ever, has the variable turbine geometry. So you've got a smaller and a larger turbo, and the smaller turbo basically spools up, and eventually the larger turbo kicks in. And ultimately, the performance provided is seamless. It's not sort of given to you where kind of shocks your system. The top speed on this is 194 miles an hour, with the 0 to 60 miles per hour possible in 2.9 seconds. And considering the convertible are slightly heavier, in terms of the numbers that were created and were built and supplied to the UK market, less than 300, circa 300. This is what the estimates are. Whether it's exactly 300 or below, I can't say for sure. 997.2 Turbo S's were supplied to the UK market. You've got a lot of spec here, which is from the Sport Seats Plus, which are 14-way electrically adjustable with lumbar support. These are hard back. You've got the Porsche crest, the sport steering wheel with paddle shifts, obviously the standard stuff you get in the Turbo, which is the Chrono Sport Plus, PSM. You've got the later PSM there as well, heated seats. On the outside, finished in this beautiful basil black metallic, complemented with the 19-inch 911 central lock turbo alloys. At the front, you've got the bi-xenon dynamic cornering headlights. The list literally just goes on. This is up for sale at our dealership, and one of the reasons I'm doing the video is to also tell you and share a little bit about why you should consider buying this 911 Turbo S and what is so special about it. The current owner has kept this for circa 10 years, just under 10 years. And if you're wanting to keep a limited number car in your possession and ownership for a very long time that actually doesn't lose you money, then this is one of those examples. With less than 55,000 miles, also 4 former keepers, this is one of those cars you would like to keep for a very long time. Naturally, let's jump in and take it out for a drive and tell you a little bit more about what it's like to drive. And just to kind of compare it to other cars that I've driven and owned, I had a McLaren 570S, a 2018 plate, which basically roughly in the region gave similar performance numbers. And that they're built off the back of the F1 pedigree. So you can imagine this going back to 2010, 2011 for Porsche to achieve this kind of performance figures from this is unbelievable. And this was, at the time, up to 2011, was the fastest road production car Porsche had made. I love the inside. The two-tone leather interior really livens it up. It's known as the black and cream leather interior. The steering wheel is the sport steering wheel with paddle shifts. We've got cruise control there as well. Heated seats, which are an absolute must to turn on. And the lumbar support in and around, both from the bottom where my legs are and for the backrest, kind of comes in, squeezing my body and holding it when I want to be doing any sort of driver focused driving. What I absolutely love about this generation of the Turbo, even the Turbo S, is that you still have that smaller, petite body shape that Porsche unfortunately stopped with Porsche, because after 2012 they became part of the Vogue group. Therefore, naturally, Porsches became slightly wider and longer and probably lost a little bit of its character and soul. The 997.2 was also built in and around the recession time, so you can imagine a lot of the bankers took a hit on their paycheck, so not many of these in terms of volume sold. Therefore, those that are out and about in the market command really good value. The last of these 997.2 turbos that I sold, this is a Turbo S, was that I sold a .2 turbo for £60,000, and I think it had about 65,000 miles. This being the Turbo S at 55,000 miles, well, just under 55,000 miles, I think is the kind of car that I would buy and keep in my garage. But I've got about 22 of these Porsches in stock. I can't keep all of them. In terms of performance and the way it takes off, it's unbelievable. And a car like that, it's got so much character, and the sound from the engine and from the exhaust is really good, surprisingly, for a .2. I'm not sure you can hear this. The turbo spooling up, the grunt from the vehicle is really music to my ears. And it being in a convertible, I can definitely see myself in the south of France or on some beautiful countryside roads like this, doing a road trip. Handling wise, you've got the four-wheel drive system and a lot of power literally at your fingers. This, my friends, brings us to the end of the test drive. There's so much more that I'd like to cover, and in the next section of the video I'll briefly cover and talk about the practicality of these and what makes these so after and just an unbelievably all-round car. And I didn't even get to experience putting it in the Sport Plus mode. I think that's something I'd be doing for another video. But just in terms of the practicality, you've got a proper 2+2 layout. So 2 seats here at the front, 2 seats at the back. With the convertible, you don't need to worry about having tall kids in the back, because that sleek coupe roof isn't there that will obstruct that view. So you can comfortably, even me being the height that I am, sitting at the back in a convertible, especially, you know, if it's a journey of 40-50 minutes. Not sure if I want to be behind the driver or the passenger. I'll pick the passenger. And then the front boot gives you enough room for 2 medium-sized suitcases for that road trip or that holiday you'll be taking this on, and you still have some space left over on the left side for jackets, shoes, etc. The roof electronically operates by a switch right here, and I also love this handrest area right here which says Turbo S, and the Porsche crest on the headrest. That looks great. The little attention to detail is what I love about this car. And I'll put the electronic roof back on. And the overall condition of the roof, it's been garaged most of its life. Sorry. It's been garaged most of its life, and the roof is in very good condition overall. It's been well looked after. There's no rips or tears. So if you're looking for a well-maintained, babied 911 Turbo S, this is that example.